1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Mandolin Land, Mike Heading here. Today I'm going to break down two solos to the classic bluegrass tune 9-Pound Hammer in the key of A. The first solo is just going to be super basic, stay really close to the melody, just get our right hand working on our down and ups. And then the second break is going to focus on, okay, now that we know the basic melody, how do we spice it up a little bit? How do we add some licks, some kind of bluesy notes? We're going to do some drone strings. So we're going to show you kind of how to take the bare bones melody and then spice it up a little bit in kind of a bluegrass style. So super cool stuff here. I'm going to break down both solos note for note and then show you a bunch of backup stuff you can do on this song. All right, here's 9-Pound Hammer in the key of A. All right, so here's the first three measures to the beginner break to 9-Pound Hammer. Remember, we're in the key of A. Let me play the first three measures and then I'll break it down. One more time. Okay, so we're going to start with measure one. We're going to start with the pickup. We're going to start with our first finger, our index finger of our left hand on the second fret of the D string. And we're going to play that note on beat 2. So we're going to do a downstroke with our right hand. And then we're going to play that note again, also with a downstroke. And then we're going to put our second finger of our left hand up to the 4th fret of the D string. So it's going to sound like this. Count beat 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's just the words this 9-pound. And then we're going to get up to the open A string for the beginning of measure 2. So again, like I said, I'd recommend counting beat 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Don't do those pickup notes too fast. Those are just quarter notes. So keep your first finger down as well. Okay, so now for measure 2, we're getting up to the open A string, and then we're going to do kind of a fiddle shuffle with our right hand. So we're going to do down, and then a down up, and then a down. That's a very common kind of shuffle pattern. We're going down, down, up, down. So follow the pick directions closely below the tab. The staples are downs, the V's are up. So down, down, up, down. And the counting of that is 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. So. Okay, let's put 1 and 2 together. So 1. Okay, now for measure 3, we're going to hit the open A string one more time. And then we're going to put the 4th fret on the A string with our second finger of our left hand. We're going to play that note down, up, down. And then down to the 2nd fret with our first finger. So measure 3 sounds like this. Follow the pick directions closely there. So it's 1, 2, and 3, 4. One more time. So let's put those, all three of them together. 1. Okay, now for measure 4, we're going to go into a D chord. So we're going to play the open A string. And then down to the 4th fret of the D string, and we're going to play down, up, down, up, down, up there. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Keep your right hand moving there. And then for measure 5, we're going to hit that note one more time. And then go back to the open A string. So down, up, down there. And then back to that 4th fret. So you can keep that 4th fret down through measure 4 into measure 5. So let's play 4 and 5 together. So it's. Let's do that a few times. It's good practice for using the down ups to help you keep the timing. Start feeling how long one measure is. So one more time. Now measure 6, we're going to go down to the 2nd fret of the D string with our first finger of our left hand. We're going to play it down, and then down, up, down, up, down, up through the rest of the measure. So that's 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Use that down at the beginning to help you play that first quarter note. And then measure 7, stay on that note. We're going to do that shuffle pattern again. Down, down, up, down. And then up to the 4th fret. And then open A string. That's measure 8. So that's measure 7 and 8. So let's play 6 and 7. So it's. That's into measure 8. One more time. The other thing I like to do in measure 7 is I go. So I'm actually cutting off the pressure a little bit with my left hand, so I'm keeping it down in measure 6. So I'm letting that pressure stay down on that note, and then I'm going. So I'm kind of cutting the pressure off to let those notes be shorter into measure 7, going into measure 8. Very similar to our pickup, actually. And then measure 8's back to that, same as measure 2, that shuffle pattern on an open A string. Okay, let's play the first 8 measures. 1. That's into measure 9. So this is going to go into the chorus.